thought I'd move to Sydney to get a little piece of the city life they're talking about in the 90s, where everyone I meet don't wanna know my name, they wanna know what I do for a living.
And I've got, well, you know, that's, well, honey, if it works, it works.
Don't record you recording.
Don't you record this?
Not that.
Anyway.
Sounds turning me money, fill my pockets with cash every time I go busking. Everything I want's getting further out of reach, like a funky little apartment down in Bondi. I've been getting cozy with a Kiwi boy, he'd kill me.
Hello, welcome to Urban Kitchen. Today I'm making a spicy lentil dish with a side salad. Now the spicy lentil dish came from a friend of mine, Heidi, who runs a company of personal training called Jumpstart. She runs a vitality challenge every year, and this is part of her menu suggestion. I'm also cooking the main meal and the salad for some friends of mine, and we go to a book club every month, and there's some girls at the book club who have some dietary requirements. One is gluten intolerant, so this is a good dish for that, and also there's a girl who is also on a vegan diet, so that means no dairy and no meat. I'd like to now show you the ingredients that I'm going to use today. So what we've got, the base of the spicy lentils is obviously lentils. So I have some Mediterranean classic lentils, which I've just bought at the local supermarket. Some yellow capsicum, some zucchini, tomato, chilli, onion and garlic. Now, what I've done is I've prepared some cooked tomatoes already. Now, I had some tomatoes in the kitchen that I wanted to get rid of, and I also had the time. So this is optional. I've only got about 5 tomatoes that cook down to that, but I'm also putting in some extra tomatoes. You also need some fresh coriander. But what I've got here in the herbs, I've got some flat leaf parsley, some coriander and some mint. And in season at the moment is the small cos lettuce, so that's the basis of our salad today. So they're the ingredients. Now, because we're not gluten intolerant and also there's no vegan vegetarians here, we're actually having 2 side dishes with this that you wouldn't normally eat with those dietary requirements. So we're having some couscous with the lentils, and I'm also making a mint and yogurt side for the lentil dish as well. I'm now going to start preparing the spicy lentil dish, and to start off with you just need to fry the onion and garlic together. Now I'm going to chop the onion finely and crush the garlic, 2 onions and 2 cloves of garlic in some olive oil. And Urban Kitchen now has a worm farm. Is that right, Mark? Or a worm farm. So we're putting all the vegetables into the worm garlic. The olive oil we're using is Cobram Estate Murray Valley Australian olive oil. What I do is while the oil is still cold, I like to put my garlic in because then it won't burn. I'm just adding some salt and pepper to taste now. Once the onion and garlic has been cooking for a little while, just in the meantime I'm going to slice the tomato and the zucchini and the capsicum. The way I'm going to do the zucchini today is I'm just going to simply halve them and then slice them. I'm just halving the tomatoes as well and slicing them quite roughly, you don't have to worry. I'm going to chop the capsicum now. I find the easiest way to deal with capsicums is to go around the edge so that you know you're missing the seed, because remember, all that seed in there is very bitter. So that was just the quickest way that I know into the worm farm. Beautiful colours that we're having today. So this dish is quite nice and colourful. I've just turned that up a little bit because what I'm going to add now are the tomatoes. So the fresh tomatoes in. The fresh tomatoes have been cooking for a couple of minutes. I'm going to add the pre-cooked ones now. You can smell the difference between the pre-cooked tomatoes. I'm going to add the lentils now. I've just drained these in a colander. I've used canned lentils. Obviously, if you'd like to use fresh lentils, you would need to soak them overnight before you use them, but I've used canned. And now I'm going to add the other vegetables, which is the zucchini and the yellow, lovely yellow capsicum. Capsicums are also known in America or in other places in the world other than Australia as peppers. So we've used yellow peppers, which are very mild in flavour. While that's cooking for about 5 minutes, I'm going to prepare the chilli. These are not the hottest chilies that you can get. Obviously the small bird's eye are a lot hotter. The way I prepare them is I actually still remove the seeds because they are quite hot. I've let this cook now for about 5 minutes and I'm going to add now the cumin, those 2 chilies. This now can cook very slowly for about 30 minutes and just come back and keep checking it. Just while the lentils are cooking, I'm going to prepare the side yogurt dish, which is yogurt with some mint, using 97% fat-free, no preservative, natural, unsweetened yogurt. Some mint, long-leafed mint. The way I like to chop mint is just get the large leaves together and you simply roll it up and then you can slice it. I'm going to put a bit of a squeeze of lemon in here, a little bit of our olive oil and some salt and pepper. Now that I've put all the ingredients together, I'm going to cover the yogurt with plastic and pop it in the fridge until we're ready to use it, because we want the flavours to infuse through the yogurt. Now, while that's still cooking, I'm just going to talk to you about the wine. We've chosen an organic wine today called Henschke Julius 2007 Riesling from Eden Valley in Australia. And that would go with our whole food very nicely. Right, I'm just following the recipe on the pack of the couscous, and so it's 350 ml of boiling water, a tablespoon of oil and some salt in the water, and 350 grams of couscous. So you literally pour the water and the oil and the salt, mix it together, and you leave it for about 5 or 10 minutes until the water has completely soaked up. We're having salad with our spicy lentils and couscous tonight. So I've bought, as I said before, a baby cos. I'm just ripping the leaves in half. Adding cucumber to the salad. I'm just going to roughly chop up some mint and parsley to pop in. The actual main ingredient to the salad tonight is the dressing, which is our oil, lemon and verjuice. It's very unusual. We're ready to serve up now, so just come over here, Mark, and you can see the final result. All cooked together. Salad dressing, which is our oil, lemon and verjuice. And I've added to the couscous some butter and parsley, and it's actually, I've had a bit of a taste test and it's quite delicious. Oh! And last thing, last but not least, I always forget the coriander. So what you want to do is chop up some coriander, and I'm just going to sprinkle that over the lentil dish. There we go.